and welcome to my Flosstube. This is take 2 because I got interrupted on the first one, so I'm a little bit annoyed. Anyways, hello. I have no idea what number of Flosstube this is. Is it 18, 19, something like that? Been doing this for a year now, I should know. I never know. I was planning on doing a Flosstube last week, but we had Norway's National Day on the 17th, and then there was a holiday the day after, so the schools were closed on Friday, and the oldest one was at home, and I didn't want to talk into the abyss with her hair, so. And I was planning on doing one on Monday, but then we had to change 3 windows, which took 3 days. 4 windows, actually. So this is the first day I am all alone in the house. I am super tired. I've had I don't want to say rough couple of weeks, but I've had some interesting development about my health and stuff like that. So I'm gonna talk about that at the end because I just want to talk about it. I need to talk about it because it explains a lot. There's nothing major, or it's major, but it's not life-threatening. So I'm just gonna, if you're just here for the floss and the fabric and all that goodness, you can just, I will let you know when I'm done. So I've been all over the place with my stitching, and I'm looking around because it's a mess. I just grabbed what I thought I had, so yeah, we're just gonna jump into it. Yes. I started showing this one the last time, and then someone knocked on the door and wanted to, yeah, they are doing some work on a house, and they interrupted me, but now I locked the door, so hopefully they won't do that again. So this is the big one, the one I never seem to be able to put down. I don't know why. She's awesome. It's the Dark Queen of the Earth. They released her hands, and I didn't start the head because I wasn't sure which one I wanted, and well, I did. I need to trust myself. My gut feeling is, yeah, I need to trust my gut feeling. So I chose to do the first one. I also got my threads from Lakeside Needlecrafts. So she has some sparkles in her eyes, which is actually glow in the dark petite treasure braid. It's PB 300. I thought it gave it a little bit of a oomph. So I don't know how much it will glow, but you know, I know. So I just backstitched her lips, and I haven't done anything else on her. I started, yeah, this is on 32 count even weave from Barbara Creations called Woodland Halloween. Boop. She will be finished this year. I am super excited to join the next style. I don't know if it's gonna be fire or wind, but it's being said that we are gonna get the sea, which is water, and this is earth, and then we are gonna get fire and wind. So I kind of know what kind of fabric I want to splurge. I want a dark fabric like this one because she's the dark queen. I don't want her to be like all woodsy and cute. I want her to be like fairy. Yeah, I'm in that kind of mood. So I'm just gonna pull out from my stash here. So I actually picked up White Christmas. I didn't do much on her. I've done very little in the stitching challenges because I haven't had the mindset to do it because I'm beginning to be super tired again. Again, I'm going to talk about that later. Yeah, Dark Queen of the Earth is from Autumn Lane Stitchery. I feel like everyone knows that. If you don't, I'm sorry. It's a really good sal. So this is from Mirabilia. This is White Christmas. I've seen her stitched twice, once like this and once someone did like a white and blue conversion. She looked so good. I am kind of bummed that I didn't change the colors, but I'm too far gone now. So this is just some linen, 32 count linen. I do all of my fancy ladies on 32 count. I prefer even weave. I don't really like linen, but this linen isn't bad. It just, the threads moves a lot. So I don't even know where I actually filled in the, I'm just gonna do this again. I filled in the whisper here and up here. So I got like a real whisper is kind of like this fuzzy, very annoying thing to use, but I got this tip. When working with whisper, you do the bottom leg in like a B5200 or another white color, and then you do the top leg in whisper. So you just like go like this, and that actually worked. I used both legs of whisper up here, and the rest is just like one leg, so I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. And then I worked a little bit in here, just a tad. I just worked on her for like an hour or so, and like her dress is huge. I'm just gonna look at that. That is a huge dress. That's a lot of stitching, but thankfully this is a Mirabilia, so there's blocks of it. So it actually goes pretty quickly. I am hoping to get her done this year. I don't know. She's a paper pattern, so, and she's not hard. I really like her. I just have to, whenever I want to work on something, work on a fancy lady, I always take the Dark Queen, which actually has a name. I forgot to tell you that. I got help from my, I think we've started a little group. It's Becky from Becky Got Crafts and Sophia from Minigame Stitcher. Yep. We have a little group chat on Messenger, and I asked about naming my Dark Queen because I've seen other people do it. So her name is Venmay. Venmay is yes. The reason why I forget that name is I had a D&D character called Venmay. I think I talked about that last time. Anyways, Venmay she was two people merged into one, Vanilla and Maya, and they liked the name Venmay the most, so that's my Dark Queen, Venmay. So yeah, I really want to just like sit down and work on her White Christmas lady, because she's such a cool stitch. I love her. I haven't touched Petal Fairy, so I have two Mirabilias going, this one and Petal Fairy. I haven't touched the other one because I started and then I kind of decided I want to do the pink conversion, so I have that one, but I haven't just like, I'd rather work on her because she's further along, so yep. So we had some good weather, and I'm sorry, I'm just gonna, there was a lot in here. So I picked up one of my little kits, because when it's sunnier outside you should work on something Christmassy, right? So this is just like a kit I got from Stitch and Hang, I don't know. This was the one of the 21 I got for $20 in that big haul I had. So And this is all I have. So it's not much. It's on like perforated. It's not paper. It's kind of like plastic. I think there's like 4 or 5 more in this series that I hope to get done like whenever I want. So this is kind of like my travel stitch. I have it on this gorgeous floss strap or floss ring or whatever it's called. I got this one from, oh boy, I got that a long time ago. I forgot the name, I'm sorry. No, I'm completely, I mean my memory is. So since the pattern only calls for like light green and stuff, it's not hard to, I don't need to like have the symbols on here. And I don't know if I talked about it last time, but this is kind of like very thick cotton, so I'm only using 1 thread, so it's kind of like, it's really easy. I think I might take this on the plane when I'm going down south later on. I don't know if I'm gonna have something to work on. This is it, because it's like in this little bag and it's small and cute. So then I'm just like pulling stuff. Then I actually did a little bit of work on, this is one of my favorite pieces. I hate working on it. I just want to get it done. This is Eat My Dust. Also, I love the name of it. It's a gold collection kit from Candamar Designs. The pattern is huge. Yeah, it's kind of hard to like focus because there's so much going on. But I'm in the kind of like the worst confetti area, which is the face, of course. I worked, so when I started this piece, I thought like, okay, I can do block by block. No, I couldn't do that because there's blends and I just lost control. So I worked those in, and I kind of worked a little bit up and down, and you can see his nose and his mouth, parts of it, at least. So there's kind of like, so you can see that in here, that's not a lot of colors. That's really easy. So I'm kind of like working in his nose area and here, and his eyes are up here, but I'm not 100% sure if I counted correctly, so I want to get in at least 1 or 2 more colors up here to just make sure the eye is in the right place, because I don't want to frog it. So I mean, like, when I work on it, it feels like a huge piece. It's not. Well, I mean, it's not small. It's on 16 count Ada, so I mean, like, but I want to get him done because I love lions. I actually have a lion tattoo up here. So if I had to choose an animal, I would choose a lion because they are awesome. Which brings me to, well, I finally caught up on some floss tubes, and my good friend Elera, we need to have a conversation because you I thought she was on a no buy. She's not. And the thing about me and her is, like, we have such a similar taste in designs. I've never met someone, she's like, every design she has, I'm like, yeah, I love that one, I need it. So I actually did a diamond painting. I finished my Nefertiti from Diamond Art Club. So I kitted up one called, something with stars. It's from an artist called Ravind Phelan, I think that's how you name it. She's on Heaven and Earth Designs. I have Lightweaver is from her, and I think they released a new one because I've never seen it before. It's a yellow lion, like, with his face, and it's all of the same color as Lightweaver. So I was like, oh, I need that one. And then of course Lara got it, and I'm like, damn you. Now I have to have it too. It's not like super huge, so I decided to, the next time there's a sale, I'm gonna get that one. It's called Sol, or the funny thing is that Sol in Norwegian, Sol, means sun, so feels weird calling it Sol, but yeah, I'm gonna get that one. So she needs to stop buying things because I want them all. She got like some unicorn ones, and I'm like, oh no, stop it. I don't have time. So yeah, I'm gonna get that one, and one of Randall Spangler's, because I'm working on Universe in a Jar as a diamond painting, and I realized I don't have one as a cross stitch, and I really want one. So I found one called it's where the two dragons is reading a book, and there's like an owl and I think a squirrel and something around it, and then in the mini version did look good, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get those two. I don't know when I'm gonna start it because I just want to have them, okay, just in case they go poof, because that's not fun. The next one I am gonna frog, or yeah, I'm actually just gonna throw it away because I'm never gonna finish it. I don't like it. I tried working on it, nope. I mean, there's nothing, I don't have anything against the design, but I'm like, if I don't want to hang it up, I don't see the point in doing it, and I'm not gonna pick it up. So it's this, yeah, I think it's from Teeny Weeny X Stitch or something like that. I'm not sure, I think. Yep. And it's a skeleton dragon. It's a 14 count black Ada. I don't know. No. I asked Becky if I'm just gonna throw it away, and she said yes, so she supports me on this one. I really don't wanna have projects I'm never gonna like stitch, because if I don't pick it up within a year, I know, like, nah, I'm not gonna want to stitch that. So, but I did work on Storied Steeds a bit. This is done on Please Scream Inside Your Heart 18 count opal Ada from Mystic Fabrics. Is this one that smells good? No. No, I have another one that smells really good. So this is a Sal from Ingleside Imaginarium. I am still working on the first horse. She released the third one, so I'm kind of like, I'm a bit behind. The fabric is really cool, and I changed the horse to be in pink because it's a unicorn and my daughter likes pink and I like pink. So I'm not really worried about it kind of like merging into the fabric because it's gonna be backstitched. So this is really fun to work on. I should take it out more, but I mean, like, every time I want to work on something, I always pick the Dark Queen. Venmay, she screams my name every time. So this is how the first part looks. So all of the horses in the top row, she releases them every 2 months, and the first one came in January, and then March, and then May. So the next one is in July. And you may think that gives you time to catch up. No, it doesn't, because I work on everything else. But I like this one. I think it's gonna be super cool, and it's a Kelpie that was released as the second horse, and there's kind of this Mongolian Pegasus flying horse that was the third one, so it's pretty cool. I like that one, even though I don't touch as much. I do like it. So I also worked on my grumpy boy. You know who that is. I actually got in a lot. I had to check the last Flosstube just to see, because I can't remember what I worked. I should write it down. I don't know why. I did. Now I don't. This boy. This is Jormungander. I am working on his face. I'm like this part here. I am dying. I don't want to work on it because it's light colors on light fabric and I'm not doing the background, so it's like so much easier to just do the black thing because you see it. And he is done on 28 count, 2 over, no, he's done 1 over 1 full cross. And I have him in kind of like a, he's so special. He got 2 grime guards because there's a lot of things falling off here, so I'm just gonna pull it so you can see. So I did that part and I worked all the way down here and I worked to get the threads in. I absolutely love working on this piece. It's a lot of black and 939 and yeah, but he looks so good. This is one of the, I say that every time, but this is one of my favorite full coverage pieces. It's not full coverage because I'm not gonna do like 60,000 stitches in white. That's nope. But he looks so good. I am so happy with him. I started on the ball. I started in the middle and then I just like went up. And so with him I like to do block by block because I love using him for challenges when I need like 100 stitches, 200 stitches, etc. But now on the sides here it's kind of like goes in and it's not a full block because there's a lot of white in it. So if I want that I have to work down here. So I think I'm just gonna sit down and just like do what I can or want to do and not count the stitches, because up here you get like the thing going down. There's some, yeah, you sort. It's a lot of cream and gray and not like my favorite. And I know I need to get it done, but I don't really want to. So because I park in this one and I don't like want to. I don't know. This one gives me peace of mind, and I love it. I think it's so cool. I have grumpy. I have really grumpy. I have like this grumpy dragon, protector of magic. He's grumpy too. So that one is from Gecko Rouge, by the way. I forgot to tell you that. Then I actually worked on a mini Hade. I got in a lot of work because I don't know, I just like felt like, yeah, she needs work. This is QS Butterflies of Hope. As you can see, she's a tiny one. She's 225 by 160, which is like nothing. And I filled in her. I filled in her face. Okay. Boop. I was so scared that I was gonna run out of 817, which is the face thing, because I had skeins of it, but I think I had an old skein and none of the new ones matched. So I was like, oh, I don't wanna. I don't mind having like there's more of it, but in the hair, and if like 2 strands don't match like exactly, you won't see that. But in the face, if you just like suddenly down here it goes like more pink, I was like, no. So I started filling in her eyes too. Those blues are like, you can see it, but it's like, it's 996 and stuff, so it's like in your face. This is done 10th stage. This is 28 count because that was what I started on, and it's, I can find out how much I've done on her in percentages. 18.51%. So I mean, like, she's not big at all, but I don't pick her up a lot. So I mean, like, I don't think I wanted to get her finished this year, but maybe next year, I don't know. I feel like I have to, I feel like I'm stressing myself because I want to have a full coverage finish this year. It's most likely going to be horses, but I haven't picked that up. I pick up everything else, and then I get like stressed because I work on everything else and not the one I want to get finished. But even though I want to get it finished, it doesn't mean I want to work on it. So I'm gonna like, and then I feel bad for wanting to start something new because then I know those hours could go into the one getting finished. So I'm like, I'm stressing myself. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I do. So I'm a bit sad about that, really. But I also picked up our favorite guy. I think he's the one I have on here. Yep. This is Jeremy. He's just gonna hang back there while I show you the picture. Jeremy. I love him. He's so cool. Elara is gonna start him soon, I hope. So this is, it's called Enjoying the Snow by Contemporary Cross Stitch. I call him Jeremy. So I'm cropping this pretty like tightly around him. But because I had this piece of fabric when I got him, and I was like, I want to start him. So I have enough fabric to like add a few rows on the side if I feel like I want to, because I could just like have him stronger. Ooh, Jesus! Oh, there you go. You're free. So I didn't do much. I put in some 939 in here, and I did some up here, and started filling in around his eyes and his nose. So it's not like I just worked on him for one day. And there's a lot of 939 I have to put in here. So on this one I'm torn if I wanna put in more on his face to get that done, or if I'm gonna start up here and just because this bothers me. Because I started in the wrong place. But that's cool because that was what I thought about. So I have enough fabric to add a row or two. So this is Jeremy. I love him. He's also one of my faves. I think he's an undead and he's playing in the snow. This is one of the patterns I saw and I was like, I want to start that so badly. So I got it for my birthday from a friend who doesn't cross stitch. So, but she's my best friend, so I talk to her every day, and whenever I pull him out, I'm like, I'm working on Jeremy, and she's like, yay! That's so cool. I think I'm gonna work on him afterwards. So that was actually everything I have worked on. It's a lot, I feel like. I'm proud. I did something. So I have kitted up 3 new projects. Did I talk about Ragnarok last time? I don't know if I did or not. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it because I haven't started, but I'm gonna start this one soon. I also kitted up because I want to start this one because it's my unicorn Dragonheart. It's from Black Swan Designs. I finally picked the fabric. This is Buttermilk from Barbell Creations. It's a 32 count even weave. So I'm like trying to kit up from stash, and this is kind of the, it's a bit more buttery yellowish, I don't know what to call it, but so that's the, I think it's gonna look good. I don't think the yellow dragon is gonna disappear on it, so hopefully this is ready for me to want to start whenever I want. And then Ilara, of course, I love you. She started The Castle by Teresa Wensler. I haven't started one of these yet. I wanna get a few of her carousel horses patterns because I know that suddenly they just poof go. I just haven't gotten around doing it. Maybe I should do it afterwards. I feel like if you really, you think, or I think, I'm not gonna assume anything. I think that if I see a cool project online and I'm like, yeah, I like that pattern, and I don't buy it, I always think that, yeah, it's gonna be there forever. It's not. They go away, even though they're PDFs and stuff, because I did the same thing when Haid, I don't remember her name, but she had What Lies Beneath, the octopus thingy with the island on its head and it's holding like a ship. I love that one. I think she moved over to another site, and Dakota Detweiler, that's the name. And they had a sale before she left, and I was like, oh, I really wanted, but eh. I am so sad, y'all. I really like that piece. So whenever I see something I like and it's online, I'm like, I should get it. And yeah, so I picked fabric from Stash here. I don't have a huge fabric stash. I have an okay one. I don't have a lot of like hand-dyeds and stuff. But I picked, this was the closest thing I had to, that wasn't white. I had some opalescent, but that was linen, and I don't really want to do Wensler on a linen. So if I don't start this one soon, I may try to see if I can get like a more gray kind of linen for it, because I think, I don't know if this is gonna be too much. I mean, maybe it will look good. My son loves this one, by the way. Whenever I like show him the picture, he's like, oh, wow. And I'm like, oh yeah, you are gonna get that one. So I mean, like, let me know if you think that fabric is too dark or not. Because I'm not in a starting thing yet. If I'm gonna start something, I will start Little Gamer because I love that one. And I need it so bad in my life. I mean, like, I need more projects. I have a lot, but yep. So we are 34 minutes in. My stitchy segment is done, I think. I don't have anything else to talk about, no. So this is where the health life update thingy starts. Jeremy's gonna hang out with us, by the way. So I don't know where to start. I know I talked about it before. I have some really bad headaches, which means that I can't work. So to get like 100% benefits, I'm on 70% now. I had to go to well, I had to take tests because I said that I think I may have ADHD or something like that. I wasn't sure because I've never taken those tests before. I just, whenever something is wrong, I try to find out why, because I don't want to be in pain and feel bad. I want to work. I want to be like everyone else. I want to be healthy and well, and I'm not. So I took some tests and they came back. And that was really interesting because I've always had trouble with people in like social, oh my god, words. Like whenever I'm talking to people, I can handle one or two at the most. Like I can keep up with that, but I can only like focus on one. I can't have like everyone talking and then it gets overwhelming. So like family dinners and being outside and having to like keep track of multiple people and conversations and stuff, I can't do that. And I always wondered why, because at school I it was bad. I got bullied a lot because I like to be alone. So it turns out that when, well, they aren't sure if it happened before I was born or after, because there was some dramatic incidents after I was born, with some chemicals and stuff. So it turns out I have what can be, well, to put it plainly, I have a brain damage, which means that my frontal lobes my frontal lobe isn't working properly. So I have, like, this is one of the things I'm having trouble with. Words. Like, I have a hard time understanding words sometimes, and so it's kind of like dyslexia but it's with words. Not like reading, but speaking and understanding. So I don't take hints. Sarcasm and irony is kind of hard for me sometimes, if it's not the kind that I use. Because if it's the kind of I use, I love it, I take it, I love it. But if it's kind of like, sometimes I don't know if it's an insult or not. I never take things as an insult. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, people don't know that I'm having a hard time. So it turns out I'm not diagnosed with it, so I'm just gonna make that, because the woman I went to, she can't diagnose. So if I want that diagnosed, I have to pay a lot of money to get it, and she said, why bother? Because you have the symptoms. So I have autism, which is what the brain damage is kind of like resulted in. If that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. But basically, people are hard for me to be around. I love people. I love talking to them. When it's online, it's easier because I can just like, if I don't feel like answering, I wait. But it's hard for me to keep my focus on something I don't find interesting. So that's why I have a lot of projects, and I can't force myself to work on something I don't want to work on. And I can go, if I'm really tired, I can't focus on anything. I can just like scroll on my phone, that's it. So that's what makes it really hard to like keep up with stitched challenges and stuff, because if I'm having a rough time at home with people and stuff happening, and I have a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old, and doing everything they require, and I mean, like, I have trouble with my own kids. Like, having to focus on them takes everything. I can't even think. So it sounds bad. I get help, by the way. It kind of, it works somehow. It just means that I'm really tired, and I sleep. My sleep isn't well either. So I think I may have what called, no. See, kind of words, they just like poof. I have a bad memory too, by the way, as a part of this. So it's kind of, some days are easier and some days are really hard. And whenever things happen, I kind of like go into an autopilot, as I call it. I just do whatever I think is required of me, or what people wants me to do. And then I get home and I'm like, I can sleep for 10 hours and not feel like I've slept for more than like 20 minutes. So that's a problem, because I am always tired, and that's a possibility. I have like atypical migraine too, and then I have like the autism part, and then it's like, it's a lot, and I'm trying to get by. But the thing about me is, I used to be depressed. I have some anxiety, so I kind of learned in my 20s to like be kind to myself and not expect too much. And I'm like, I feel like, this sounds really weird too, but I'm awesome. I said that before. I think I'm amazing. I'm my biggest fan, and I think I'm doing so well, and I kind of refuse to sit down and feel hopelessness and stuff. I'm like, you're doing good. This is hard, but you're doing good. So I kind of push myself too much, and I need a lot of rest. I need to be alone, and I need to like not think. Writing helps with that a lot, because I get to go out and I use my body for something, or I use my time and something for something positive, and I get home and I'm tired, like physically and not just mentally. So because I'm always tired in my head, and my body is like, I can do everything. So yeah, that was kind of interesting to hear. I'm still waiting for my reaction, because I usually have a reaction that's kind of like delayed by weeks or months. So that's gonna be interesting. I actually had a gut feeling about this. Like, I said to the doctor, like, I think I may have ADHD or autism or both. It turns out I do kind of have both, but it's more leaning towards autism than ADHD. I have some of the ADHD symptoms, but I have more towards autism, and which explains a lot. The problem is that there's nothing you can do about it. Female people, that's not a word. Women with autism, which are adults, they have found their way to get by, and it's not like I am suffering. I'm just like really tired. So it's not like the autism part that's the worst. It's what I struggle with sleep, and I think that's connected. And then I have like I have attention headaches, which comes from like being tense all the time, and so I'm realizing it's not one thing that causes my kind of state. Can I say that? Yeah. There's a lot of things I have to deal with. And some things I can't do anything about. Some things I have to work on, and it may take a while, but at least my mental health is as best as it can be. I am not depressed at all. I'm just like really tired. So it's like, it's very interesting to like suddenly realize why you react the way you do, and knowing that you can't do anything about it, even though you know you are reacting in the wrong way. And it's like, in my head it's the right way, but I know it's not. So it's been a bit of a hard time, and yeah, but I'm trying. I'm not gonna sit and feel sorry for myself, because I don't have time for that. I'd rather stitch. So I mean, like, it's a lot, and it kind of means like yeah, I don't know. I just like felt like I just like feel like talking about it. That may also be one of the, yeah, I like to talk about things. I don't mind talking about myself like that. So maybe someone in the same situation as me is like, okay, yeah, maybe I should check that out, or something like that. So I mean, like, if anyone wants to talk about it, or talk about themselves, or if you're having troubles or thoughts or anything, just like send me a message on Instagram. I love talking. I love making new friends. I love, like, I'm a good listener. I feel like I give great advice. I feel like I'm like a mini psychologist, because I've been to them a lot. So yeah, I have a good personal insight on myself, so I know exactly what I do well and what I don't do well. So yeah, so hopefully things will settle down. Well, they won't, because I have a hell of a summer in front of me, which means I won't be able to be by myself and relax as I need to. So I just have to, like, for lack of a better word for it, suck it up. And so I have like a few weeks now, and then we are leaving for Greece in the end of June, and then we're gonna be away for a weekend. No, for a week, and then we are coming home, and then there's a week where both kids are out of the house, and then we are having our vacation, and we have to drive down to visit some people, and then there's 2 weeks at home, and then kindergarten and school starts again. So I have like 2 or 3 weeks where I can't relax at all. So yeah, but hopefully I will get some stitching done. I don't know if hopefully I will be able to make one Flosstube before I leave, but you know, I can't promise that. You know me, I say like, yeah, I'm gonna make a Flosstube next week, and then it goes like a month, and yay, that's me. You never know, I'm keeping you on your toes, okay? Let's just leave it that. So yeah, 49 minutes, I am happy. I'm gonna go and get some food and drink some more tea and talk to my friend, and possibly work more on Jeremy, because he needs a face and a nose. So yeah, hope you're having a great time. We are having a storm here, so yay. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.